controller too.
Hold up.
Hold up, wait a minute.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
I'm rolling, man.
You're rolling, they're waiting.
They're waiting. Hurry up.
The more enthusiasm. So, look, we're standing outside of the county recorders here in Phoenix, Arizona. I make this clear to everybody that's watching this. All we ask for is a fair and honest election. We ask for a system that doesn't have discrepancies. In today's day and age, we can send a molecule to space via teleportation, but we seem to have issues with our voting. And it's not hard. If I buy a brownie from 7-Eleven, at that moment it's tracked, it's sent to the national headquarters, they know at 10:53 I just bought a brownie from 7-Eleven. When I put in my ballot, it's not but 4 days later it tells me it's accepted. Okay, that's an issue. I'm in tech. I can simply tell you that's an issue. That's bad, actually, it's really bad. That's not good efficiency. And when you have Facebook and Google, Microsoft, and big tech people that can handle this problem, it can actually be solved fairly quickly. So as we stand out here in front of the county recorder, simply asking for a fair and honest election, and we will accept the result of any fair and honest election. As the fact checkers on social media fact check, we want to fact check the election system that seem to have discrepancies. But as we stand outside of the county recorders, there's been a wall that's been put up out here for us violent protesters. There's been no violence. Not one stone thrown, not one person injured, not one feelings hurt. It's all been but love. It's all been about faith and prayer and bringing God back into our country, uniting Democrats and Republicans, keeping us on the same page, ridding our hearts of evil, ridding the anger and the heart and the jealousy in the hearts of all Americans, and bringing us together with a fair and honest election, which we will then accept the president of a fair and honest election. But unfortunately, as we stand here on this wall, it says freedom of speech zone. That, my friends, is where our communism starts to slip in. There should never, ever, ever be a part in America, a place in America where it says zone.
Right.
We're not zoned in any way. We are not zoned. You cannot tell me where my freedom of speech exists. That's where I'm feeling like I'm being taken away, which is why I stand here today for that same issue. Now, tonight, as we've stood here for 9 days, that they're going to give us the answer they want inside that building. That's fine. But what we want is an audit. And we all here have no issue with every state being audited, even if it's a President Trump victory in that state. We have no problem with that. So if we have no problem with that, Joe Biden and the states that he supposedly has won should have no problem with that either. And at the end of the day, we create a happy America and we understand where our country stands. Now, tonight, the Republican Party of Arizona files suit to enforce lawful hand count of votes by precinct and not by voting center. The Republican Party of Arizona filed a suit to enforce a hand count of votes by precinct, not by voting center, which is required under the law. As part of its suit, the party asked for an order to direct the county to follow state statute. Traditionally, voters have been assigned a polling place in their precinct at which to vote. However, for the 2020 general election, Maricopa County instead set up a number of polling places across the county called vote centers, where voters from any precinct could vote. There's a fundamental difference between sampling polling centers and precincts, most notable being the fact that there were only 175 vote centers in this election, but there were 748 precincts. Hand counting by precinct would therefore potentially result in a more precise sampling of votes. Republican Party of Arizona Chairwoman Kelly Ward issued the following statement on the lawsuit. The question here is one of statutory construction, and whether the Secretary of State's Elections Procedures Manual is able to supersede Arizona State's law. Arizona voters deserve complete assurance that the law will be followed and that only legal ballots will be counted in the 2020 election. This, my friend, is a win. This is what we're talking about. We want the count. We want the audit. We want to make sure that these votes are tabulated the correct way. We want to make sure that we have the fair and honest winner. And at that point, we will accept it. So it is to everybody that's been here. It's to everybody whose voice has been loud. It is to you who have been praying and those who believe. To my brother George here and all the news outlets that come here and stand here and report righteously, and to all the brothers and sisters and the patriots that are sharing on their social media, this is how we fight for America. And at the end of the day, if we've found a fair and honest system, well, we did a good job making sure it was correct. Exactly. And if we find any discrepancies, then you know what, we did our job. But it is the United States of America that we need to defend and we need to protect, and that's what we will do. I love you guys. God bless you. God bless America, and let's keep fighting.